The Right Age for Dating. By Walter Tynash on the Love Unscripted series Part 1. There's no ultimate age for dating, for each culture has its own set age acceptable to them. It all varies by culture, community, state and even personal factors. So personally I appreciate that there's no ultimate age for dating, but there's only an ultimate time for dating. I'll explain on it. In India their acceptable age for dating is from around 20 years. In China around 20 years. In France, Brazil and Mexico it is around 15 years. And in Africa, it is generally from around 18 years of age. It all differs with their idea about dating. In countries that allow for it, as from 15 years of age, they appreciate dating to be a normal part of adolescence. As a cultural ethic. A way to develop social skills. In Africa and other countries it's a way delayed due to cultural and societal expectations, so it's all about where you are. But personally I suppose it has to be much influenced at a personal level as an individual and less influenced by age, cultural and societal expectations. My philosophy is there's no ultimate age for dating, but an ultimate time for dating. A person is ready for dating when a person is now mature enough to regulate their emotions, keep their personal values, and meet all the other needs for such relationships. Psychologically, a person is believed to have been matured at around late adolescence to early adulthood, although it varies with gender, personal experiences, and individual development. As from 16 years of age. Number 1. A person has a relatively stable sense of self, including their values, interests, and goals. Until you get the sense of self, being knowledgeable of your values, interests and goals, don't go for any dating, for it may destroy you in the sense of ignoring your destiny. Or to delay yourself into fulfilling your destiny. That's the reason why many students drop their academics, or at school, they would have gotten overtaken and overshadowed with foolish love, losing their sense of self-purpose. In my upcoming book, I explained it as sense of self-belonging. Number 2. A person can manage their emotions, including negative ones like anger, jealousy, or sadness, in a healthy and constructive way. So I would say you got to delay relationships a little while, cultivating yourself with emotional intelligence and studying on books about relationships. Don't engage into dating stuff ignorantly, be knowledgeable about it, especially about its purpose. Number 3. A person has developed the intelligence to make decisions and take responsibility for their actions. It's dangerous to engage into dating stuff until you are responsible and accountable enough about your personal life and well-being. Number 4. A person has a good understanding of their strengths, weaknesses, values, and motivations. When you don't know your strengths and weaknesses, people will manipulate and use you for their gain without your knowledge. You got to discover your strengths and weaknesses relationship-wise and work on them. When introverted people date, it's so sad that there's no excitement in that relationship. An introverted person is somebody more thoughtful and less social. That's somebody who enjoys her own company. Now imagine two introverted people dating. Being an introvert is a strength when you've discovered it and work on adjusting yourself to relate with others socially. It's also a weakness when you haven't gotten to discover it, for you'll always isolate yourself and fail to enjoy another person's company. Given that you are all introverted, you both should discover it and work on it in a way that gives each other their own time and space. Psychologically, I appreciate 3 types of people. Introverted, they are more inward than social. Extroverted, they are more external and social than inward. Ambiverted, neither clearly extroverted nor introverted, but has characteristics of each. So you got to know which type you are and which type is your partner and adjust to each other accordingly. I'll explain on it deeper someday. I appreciate the age 18 to 24 to be acceptable and ideal for one to explore courtship. Note: courtship, not dating, the two are different. I'll relate the difference to you in the coming series. Note, it has to be much of maturity and less of age, so you got to work on maturity. I'll explain on maturity with time in the upcoming series. As for now, drop some questions in the comment section on what we've discussed on for better understanding.